You're listening to the Fictioneers podcast.
Previously on Weave.
In recent months, Camanguian and Pontus Gefyra have been getting into disputes, little spats. A shorter, squat Calamkari man with green skin and orange diamond spots pulls out a bag that jingles with money and sets it down. The price has been agreed upon. We have provided the payment.
If you get stuck too long out in something like that, they send someone like me to recover your body.
One of the storms in this blasted town.
The rough waves of the storm instantly crystallize into dark stone. An incursion has come to Pontus Gefyra. Hello everyone, my name is Clark, and you're listening to the Fictioneers podcast. This campaign, which we're calling Weave, is a result of a collaborative world-building effort between all six of us, myself and the players.
I'm Diego, and I play Bon, who's a monk.
I'm Julia, I'm playing Hippodamo, and Oath of the Crown Paladin.
Hi, I'm Mark, and I'll be playing Arlo, an aberrant mind sorcerer.
I'm TJ, I'm playing Phee, who is an armor artificer.
I'm Zelda, I am playing Genevieve, who is a divination wizard.
And while we will be learning more about the world of Weave soon, let's return to the scene at the moment. Yeah, so we find ourselves in Pontus Gefyra, the city of bridges and canals, in the dead of night. Rain slams against the side of the buildings, a powerful rain. And round 1 o'clock at night, the storm still howls. All of you wake to this metallic, otherworldly screech.
Yeah, I'm bolting for the window.
Yeah, I'm also snap awake, you know.
Hey, real quick question for important reasons. Did we get a long rest between last session and this session?
Yes, and we'll be getting to the effects of that shortly.
Okay, but I have my spell slots back, right?
No, I have your spell slots. I took them while you were sleeping.
No! How fucking dare
Shouldn't
you?
have took a long rest, dumbass.
Okay, great.
Another round Bon forearms.
Actually, yeah. Hippodamo and Bon, both of you darted to the window. The rain is still throwing itself against the glass, which is actually this more thin carved stone that's meant to allow light in. Because glass in Pontus Gefyra would shatter in this weather. Yeah, and the rain is still slamming hard against it. The storm is still raging.
I threw on my poncho kind of cloak before we walked out, but I kind of opened it up a little bit to reveal a piece of what seems to be a nondescript kind of piece of rope. Just a piece of it kind of hanging from my belt. I kind of look at it and see if anything is happening while this weirdness is happening outside. If it's reacting in any way or anything like that.
None at the moment.
Okay, good to know.
Genevieve is up. Upon hearing this, pulls a bracelet off of her wrist to create a cat's cradle, makes like a shield out of the string, and casts mage armor on herself.
Okay. Hippodamo, you were at the window as well, yeah?
Yeah, I just went to the window to see if there's anything I can see.
Have you seen anything like this before, Hippodamo?
Not like this. I mean, the storm is perfectly normal, but that sound is not.
Yes.
Is this pinging anything for me?
Yeah, there's definitely something in the back of your brain. It's like part of you has almost been like turned on.
Ayo.
You feel more awake than you have in years.
I don't make a move to get up, but I just kind of look around, and I kind of get this like knowing look in my eye when Bon asks if Hippodamo has seen anything like this before.
Do I see that? Can I catch that Arlo has that recognition?
I think so. I think you are probably conscious enough of what's going on around you. You're on high alert.
Yeah, you're also a monk. You're wise.
Yeah. Thank you. I mean, I didn't say it, but thank you. But I'll kind of look over my shoulder and go, Rainborn, what is this?
I just have a feeling it's on.
Where are the other two?
Genevieve steps out of her room, still in her pajamas, and says, because this is the middle of the night, correct?
Yeah, 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, Genevieve steps out in her pajamas. There is like a little shimmer of magenta magic around her as she says, I'm right here. What's going on?
I wish you could tell me that. This is... Pontus Gefyra gets these storms constantly. It's why the city's set up the way it is.
Being so close to so many incursion zones.
Yes, but that sound, that noise, that is not
That concerns me.
yes, not Pontus Gefyra.
Perhaps an incursion then?
Perhaps.
It does sound familiar.
Where is our fifth? There are 5 of us, aren't there?
Yes, plus the family.
We'll cut to Phee. Phee, would you like to roll your depletion die and explain what that is to people?
Sure. Kipsalians have 1 gem each embedded into their body that gives them power and life and basically fuels their existence. Over time, this crystal drains, and this is represented by the depletion dice. Normally, with a brand new crystal, this would start at a d20 and you would roll it, and the DC from the start is set at 2. If you meet that, the DC rises by 1, and as long as you keep succeeding, the dice keeps going up and up. And if you get a critical, so like the highest number on the die, the DC resets. But if you fail, that die is lost and it goes down to the next dice size, and the process continues until you get all the way down to a d4, at which point if you fail the check, the crystal is completely depleted, and if it has not been exchanged for a new fresh crystal, she goes incapacitated and can potentially die. There are a few different situations that could trigger the roll of a depletion die. One of those is the completion of a long rest. Now, this crystal that Phee has is not new. It's an old crystal, and so we're starting with a d8. So I will roll that.
Uh-oh.
And got a 1! Yeah!
No!
Starting strong! Down to a d6, baby!
Now, I will say,
All right, great way to start.
not the first rolls of the session, because I did just roll my portent dice and got 6 and 7 respectively.
That's not bad. That's not bad, because you can give those
That
to
is true.
enemies.
Yeah,
That
you
is
can.
But I think, like, as Phee, like, bolts awake, is feeling a little bit disoriented because of this strained loss of power. Her, like, hair, which was yesterday much wilder, is much shorter on her head, not really, like, the fire from her head is not rising up as much. And I think as she, like, wakes up and hears this roar, unlike everybody else who rushes to the window, she actually rushes to her bag first, and she pulls out a small little, like, round clockwork looking music box and looks at it, and very quickly, like, gets out of the disorientation and realizes, oh, that sound came from outside. That couldn't have been this. But, like, her first instinct when hearing, like, a disastrous noise is to look at this little music box in her bag.
Yeah. And when you grab the music box, it almost seems to, like, pull with an energy it didn't have before, as if it's brimming with potential.
I think at this point, Phee probably hears from outside people saying, like, where's our fifth? And quickly, like, throws on some clothes and throws open the door and looks around and then quickly, like, recomposes herself. And it's like, what's going on?
Don't know.
Yes, we're trying to figure that out. I suppose you haven't heard anything like that noise before.
She shakes her head.
Well, we're certainly not going to find any answers just sitting inside.
And we're not going outside.
Oh, come on. What's a little bit of outside fun? It's a storm!
Seems like a little more than a storm.
Gale force winds. Hail that can strip the flesh from you. You don't want to be out there.
Don't you, don't you mages have something that can go out
familiar?
and look? Like some floating eye or familiar? What?
No.
Floating eye, that sound familiar to you? Is that what you mean?
No, I mean like a familiar. You know, like a small creature that considers to be a pet. You know, a pseudo-dragon, perhaps a raven, a frog. I don't have one of those.
I make a mage hand appear in my hand and
Yes,
I go,
like one of those. Ah.
Oh, I can do that too. And Genevieve also makes a mage hand appear in her hand.
My mage hand high fives your mage hand.
Hell yeah.
I cross all 4 arms. All 4 arms crossed.
For the audience, Arlo's mage hand has definitely got more of this glitchy texture. It seems to be almost holographic. And it like kind of occasionally like flickers. While Genevieve's mage hand is more like fuzzy. It's almost like looking at like a cloudy image as the two kind of like slap against each other.
Genevieve will pipe up and say, well, while I don't have anything that can go outside, there are a couple of spells that I could cast that I can see if there's anything nearby. It'll take a little bit. I don't have them prepared, but if you don't mind waiting, I can see.
Try yours, and then I'll try mine.
Is there any kombucha? I'm gonna let these three figure it out.
Yeah, the big basically jar of kombucha is still in the corner.
Yeah.
And like as you go to open it, Alkanoe, who is the matriarch of this boarding house, like walks out of her bedroom. She's like in a bathrobe, clearly a little bit frazzled. She has like some firewood with her, and she just goes over to the fireplace and just chucks it in.
My apologies, lady. We did not mean to wake you if we did.
You didn't wake me. Man, that was one of the worst noises I've ever heard.
Have you ever heard anything like it before?
No. Not at all. That was... Oof. Must be a bad storm. I wouldn't be going outside if I were you.
Kombucha?
I'm okay. I'm just gonna sit by the fire. Relax. Can I make any of you a cocktail or anything like that?
No, if we can't figure out what the source of that was in a few minutes, I'm going back to bed.
I think I'm right there with you. If it is an incursion, I suppose we'll figure it out when all of this dies down, if it ever does.
Hippodamo, I can cast a spell without using resources. If you want to do it, you're welcome to, but...
Oh, no, I have something else.
Oh, okay.
You do yours, and if it doesn't work, I'll check a different way.
Sure. What do you have? I'm curious.
It's an old thing from my night training. I can sense the presence of things that shouldn't be there.
You see Fee's eyes are already like a shining orange, but they like light up even more, and she's like, that's so cool. So it's like you sense divine magic almost?
Something like that. If something is out of its place in the world, I will know about it.
That's fascinating.
I can use mine first if you would prefer.
My thing's going to take 10 minutes, so if you go on and use it, the more information we can have, the better, you know?
Right, so Hippodamo will go first, then Genevieve, then Phee.
Yeah, I will open my Divine Sense, which I think will just sort of flash as like a flare in Hippodamo's eyes. So for just one round, I know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. I get the type, but I don't get its actual identity.
Nothing.
Okay. Is anything... This is a long shot. Is anything consecrated or desecrated within that same range?
No.
Okay. Nothing. Or at least, if there is something, it's not close.
Yeah, Genevieve.
Genevieve has already started preparing the spell, because this is a ritual spell, so it's going to take 10 minutes. But I'm going to say, like, when we were discussing this, she's produced a ton of rope and string from her bag and is now creating, like, a circle for the ritual, right? Rather than having chalk and runes, I'm going to make a ton of knot work out of these ropes and strings here. And cast Detect Magic as a ritual spell.
You don't detect any magic. Well, I mean, you do detect two things in Fee's room. The rope on Bond's leg is magical.
It like glows through the cloak.
That's cool.
Phee in general, it should be noted, is like lit up with magic.
Yeah, though specifically, your Kypsolite stone is on the left hand.
Yep.
That one pings really strongly for you. Arlo's kind of got this like fuzzy aura about him. Like this is like the back of his head. It's almost like a veil.
Noted. And then, out of general curiosity, is any of the magic on any of my companions here, like necromancy by chance?
I don't believe it would be necromancy, no.
Duly noted that half the party glows like a Christmas tree.
Though
I'm going to...
You do detect a little bit of necromancy in this house.
Where?
There's a wall at the front entrance. It has the drawing of a skull.
What kind of skull?
It is an Agrecian skull, a goat person skull.
Okay.
It's like the first thing you see when you walk in.
And it's coming from behind the wall?
No, it is the wall. The wall itself is like, it's a low-level necromantic thing. Like, not even revivify. What's the cantrip that stabilizes people?
Spare the dying.
Yes, think like spare the dying, right? Like, it's warding against death in this house.
Okay. Also duly noted. I'm going to the closest point where I can see, or I guess the closest approximation of where that awful sound was heard from.
It was definitely like towards the Bay of Bridges. It's nighttime, it's dark, making out anything is going to be difficult.
But there's nothing that I can see that's like on the roof of this place or like inside or like on the walls.
I mean, you could give me if you go to the roof, you could give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah,
Gonna
I'll
get
make my
blown
way.
off
I'm
the
assuming
roof.
No, I'm assuming there's an attic, right?
Yeah, there's an attic.
Okay, I'm gonna go up into the attic and like are there windows in the attic?
Yeah, there's one window that you could open it, I guess.
I will look through the window.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be like DC 16 with disadvantage. It's stormy, it's dark out, it's loud, rain's everywhere.
I rolled 2 2s for a total of 3.
Yeah. In the distance, you do hear a large bell chime to indicate stay inside.
Okay. Genevieve notes that, heads back down and says, well, looking around the inn, whatever that sound was, it's not anywhere near us. I did hear a bell from outside. I don't suppose Genevieve would know what the bell means.
This bell sounded when the storm began.
So I can extrapolate.
You can probably extrapolate it. Yeah, this means like stay the fuck inside. Don't go out.
And the bell did sound again, the one that sounded when the storm began, so I'm assuming that we ought to continue sheltering in place. I think we do just have to wait until the storm stops. I mean, I can fly, but I don't know if I really want to fly out in this weather.
Not in this weather, no. So, Phee is going to cast something ritually. In that time, could I try to tap into that weird feeling in the back of my mind? Maybe I've done it before. Maybe it's granted me little or nothing. But, you know, it's there. It's this weird, overwhelming, or rather not even overwhelming, perhaps kind of underwhelming feeling. But it's the only thing I've got.
To be clear, too, Zelda did it, so Fee's not going to do it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Tapping into it, it's not really a thing that's tapped into, it's something that taps you. Yeah, and so about an hour passes. I think all of you are kind of like, okay, maybe we'll, head back, get ready for bed again, if there's any updates, and...
Bon is definitely like the last one to head to their room.
Yeah, and as you're like heading to your room, Bon, there's just like a frantic knocking at the door. Hello? Arlo? Hello?
I mean, if...
Arlo!
Knocks again.
I'm gonna grab Arlo. Arlo!
Bon is thundering at
By
me,
the
then yes,
fucking
I will go
scruff.
answer the door.
The storm is calling for you.
Whoever it is, we should let them in. Can't be outside for too long.
How did they even get outside if storm is this bad?
Why would anyone be outside in this weather?
Never mind all that. This is just how it goes sometimes. I'll open the door.
No.
Yeah.
I open the door.
I'm gonna have my hand on my knife.
This is a Pontus Gefyra thing. It's
It is.
Someone is outside in the storm. This is something that, especially if they're calling for me specifically, I'm going to open the door.
I got my hand on my knife, though.
Yeah, and you see Chetam, your boss, his face is like cut up from the storm, and he like throws himself through the entryway. Oh, Arlo. Oh, thank goodness you were awake. Incursion, there's been an incursion.
I believe we've started to figure that out. Are you alright? Do you need medical attention?
Maybe some bandages, but and like he's reaching into his coat to pull out just a piece of paper. And then he also pulls out a sack. Arlo, this is the most important thing I've ever asked of you. I We need you to go to the docks right now.
Now? Have you seen the weather? Have you seen your face? I'd rather that not happen to me.
I would like to cast Detect Thoughts.
Sure. What does it look like when you cast
also
Detect
cast
Thoughts?
Detect Thoughts.
The mages are casting spells again. I'm gonna go get some more kombucha. Hippodamo, you want some kombucha? Haram? Kombucha?
It sounds like we're about to head out into the storm, so I'd rather stay sober.
More for me.
Shadam looks at you and is like, I don't want any kombucha right now. This is much more important than that.
More for me.
Genevieve takes her string and, makes, an eye out of the string and, holds it up to her forehead, speaks the words, and then she is now plugged in to other people's consciousness. And I initially learned the surface thoughts of, everyone right now. Because Genevieve is she likes to snoop. She'll start with this stranger and then just do, a quick pass of the room.
Okay, so he starts with the stranger, with Shadam. He's grateful to be here. He's grateful that he's finally made it in. Then it goes to Bon.
This kombucha is delicious.
Then it goes to Hippodamo.
Just surface level, just planning, okay, I think I'm going to actually have to go out into this stupid storm. Let me think about, what my gear is that I want to grab.
Then it goes to Arlo.
Arlo it's panic. It's sort of indirect, sourceless. No, the source is obvious. The object of the panic is not. There's multiple different thoughts that are all kind of colliding, which ultimately is kind of a weird mix of what Hippodamo is thinking, which is maybe I'm gonna have to go out and do this, and then also, why me specifically?
Yeah, also from Arlo you feel a deep sense of desire. Deep longing.
Okay.
And then, last but not least, Phee. What do we hear from Phee?
I think Phee is a combination of, on one hand, fuck, and on the other hand, okay, this locks into here, this goes into here, very technical thought of putting everything together on their armor and all that.
What is Genevieve thinking about right now? Because Arlo's reading your surface thoughts right now.
Mm-hmm.
Genevieve is thinking, how did this guy get here in this storm? And then Arlo hears, let's dig. And I'm going to dig deeper into this stranger's mind. They need to make a wisdom save, and I'm going to use my portent to make them fail. Or at least I'm going to make them roll a 6 on the die.
They're gonna fail that.
Right.
There's no way. Yeah.
Fucked up.
Shadam is many things. He is not wise.
Yeah, I could have told you that for free.
I'm gonna say that he fails both of your wisdom saves to have his mind not read, just for the convenience of this. What do I need to tell you?
I gain insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind. So, I get insight into why it came to us over anyone else, their current emotional state, which, you've already said, relief, and something large that's looming in their mind.
Okay, so they came to you because he knows that Arlo can keep a secret. In his mind there's ambition there, right? He's trying to do something that'll get him noticed, but also there's definitely panic, if he fucks this up, that's bad.
Okay.
And the looming larger, something about a contract.
Something about a contract. Okay. They know that I just probed into their mind.
Shadam is the same. Yeah, so yeah, he's a marked person as well. But you don't sense that kind of desire that you're sensing from Arlo.
He's probably somewhat familiar with Arlo reading his mind. So I'm not sure that he would directly blame Genevieve between the two of us.
And Genevieve does have a very light, outline of a third eye on her forehead right now.
Did also see you make a cat's cradle in the shape of an eye and then hold it up to your forehead.
Yeah.
And then
it's not exactly
if that's
subtle.
not casting a spell, I don't know what is.
Hold on. That could be anything.
You know what? You're so right.
It looks at both of you. Look, I don't have the energy to... Yeah, please just out of my mind.
Genevieve pulls back but says, Just making sure. You did run in from a storm that no one is supposed to be out in.
Yeah.
Wanted to make sure that you weren't part of the incursion.
And if you had seen what I'd seen, well, look, there was a client and someone they're very interested in. Well, someone's. A ship of theirs went missing in the incursion. About 10 miles offshore. Just got reports back from the Public Rescue Service that the water about 10 miles out, all stone.
Well, that's not right.
Lighthouse said the ships that were out there sank there, including one from our client. Hands you the list. This is the name of our client. Well, who our client wants us to get, as well as anything of theirs you can find.
I'll open the contract.
It's a list of Calamkari names. This isn't a contract, it's just a list of names. They're all Calamkari names. Yeah.
Okay. This is it.
Alright.
Just a list of names.
Well, also, there's this bag of money. This is 20 Tron. DM's note. Tron is this setting's equivalent to gold. Public Rescue Service has called all of their people out to go rescue the ships that came in.
Well, then this is my job as well.
They've already been out there for about an hour, but you should be able to pay one of them. This is for a little incentive to have someone go back out into the storm in the boat.
Well, for 20 Tron, I would do a lot worse.
20 Tron is 20 Tron.
20 Tron is 20 Tron.
I just kind of look resolved, and I just kind of nod at Sharam, and I just say, I'll get my stuff. And I'll go into my room, and I'll just grab my pack.
And otherwise, I'm wearing what I'm wearing.
It's okay if I stay here, right?
Aye, I've got a bed. You can stay. I'm certainly not going to use it.
Yeah, he's already walked upstairs and he's gone to your room and he's like, "Oh, great!" and just walks past you and falls face first onto the bed.
Maybe towel, okay.
He has his priorities straight, I don't blame him.
Another drink of kombucha.
Genevieve is gonna go change out of her pajamas into her, robes. I guess her adventuring gear, quote unquote, which is just it's a set of beat up robes.
Bond kind of looks at the assembled people getting ready, be like, "Job was for Rainborn."
I'm not asking anyone to follow me.
No, actually, I'd prefer all of you stay inside so that I don't have to rescue any of you, but I won't stop you from following us. 10 miles of water just turned into stone. If any of you haven't seen an incursion before, here's your chance.
I mean, I study magic. It's kind of my job to go where weird things are happening.
This doesn't concern me.
But, come on. This is money. Don't you want a little bit of Tron?
I have not been promised any Tron. If I am promised Tron, conversation changes. I'm not going for free.
Yeah, Shadan yells to me in the room. Also, I'll pay all of you if you go help Arlo with this.
See, that's all he had to say.
If for some reason that falls through, you can always talk to the Cartographers Guild. They'll typically pay if you help out in a rescue effort.
Yes, I'm going to have to figure out how to pay this nice lady somehow.
I mean, you've got at least half of an ahead.
How do you have half of an ahead?
No, you don't. That doesn't exist. What did you cut it with scissors?
I pull out the perfect half moon ahead out of my pocket.
Why would you do that?
To prove a point.
And prove a point, he sure did.
You haven't forgotten it.
But let's go look at stone.
Let's go get paid.
Everyone who's going out, keep your eyes peeled and your wits about you. The storm can change at any moment. You can become stranded, washed away in a flood. Keep light on your feet.
Aye.
Light as a feather.
You did 'cause bird.
Yes, it is because I am a bird person.
Yes, actually, you should be extra careful. The wind can blow you away quite easily.
There is a spell for that. I have a feeling that if I get blown away, I can use this spell to redirect the wind in my favor.
Good. Alkanoe, I suppose all of us are going out against my better judgment. We'll be back when we're back.
I'm gonna gesture to the kombucha.
Can I take some of this to go?
She looks at you and she says, "I think you should." How many flasks of it do you fill up?
4, 1 for each hand, baby.
Oh yeah, that's right, 4 hands.
4 hands, 4 bottles of kombucha.
Yeah, so you all kind of pile at the entrance of the boarding house. It's this really kind of cramped tile patio. Yeah, and basically a foot in front of you, the wind is just howling. You know the advice, don't get under an underpass when you're in the middle of a tornado?
Yeah.
This is a prime example of why.
I've never heard that advice, but I'll put that in my back pocket.
All right, so yeah, y'all are kind of like packed just like in this little entrance patio. Who wants to walk into the storm first?
I will, because it's my contract.
All right, Arlo, give me an athletics check.
Fucked.
Athletics?
That's so fucked up.
Fuck, man! It just had to be athletics, huh?
Of course it did. Oh, you pissed them off so much they turned their cam off. They're like, "Fuck you, Clark."
I'll give you an acrobatics check to try to catch yourself if you fail.
Oh boy. Okay. I crit.
That's what we need, baby!
You step out into the cobble street and like the wind just swoops by and you almost feel yourself like getting pushed, and then it's like the back of your mind there's like a bunch of calm that kind of comes over you, and you just like you hear a voice just say calm, and you just kind of adjust yourself, and it's like nothing's happening to you.
Wow, that is for context, I have a 7 in strength, so
Yeah, all of you like see Arlo, and like all the water is like not a drop on.
Odd weather tonight. I'll step out.
All right, roll me an athletics check.
Athletics. Yeah, my first roll of the entire video game.
Video game? You're playing a video game right now?
I'm playing a video game. 23.
Yeah, Julie's playing Baldur's Gate.
23, nice.
there's
Nice, yeah,
video. We're on video, and it's a game.
True. You step out in the street, and you feel the force of the wind like slam against you. But you're steady like a stone. Calm mind, calm body. That's kind of what they taught you in Goat Philosopher School, and you manage it.
I think I'm definitely leaning on the halberd a bit too.
Yeah.
I'll go next.
All right, Genevieve.
It's bad. Be careful.
Genevieve.
That's a 10!
You.
Wait, can I make an acrobatics check to catch myself because I have wings?
Sure. Yeah.
Wow, that's a 12.
That's not gonna do it.
Aw,
And
sweetheart.
you step out, wee, and then you hit like a food stall, like a kombucha stall, and it takes 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
7?
The wind has betrayed you.
You're getting thrown at like 30 miles an hour, dog.
Oh god.
I mean, this is why we aren't supposed to be out here right now.
Yeah.
Genevieve goes,
Next out is Phee.
Yeah, question. Because Phee is partially made of stone, she, is physically weighed down. Can that get me advantage?
Come on, Clark.
Sure,
Be a pal.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Yeah, be a pal. Hang
Be a
on, that's my
pal.
new rule for this campaign. Be a pal.
Be a pal, Clark.
Yeah.
That is a 19 on the die, which means 19.
Yeah.
You step out and the weight of your foot just anchors you. Bon.
I'm gonna get a nat 1 on this, watch. Oh, hey! 18 on the die plus 6, 24. Bon just gets low, right? He just knows how to get through wind. Yeah.
This is all core muscle.
Yeah, he undoes his cloak, wraps it up, and just to get through the wind.
Yeah, and when you step out, you kind of see the braid. It's almost like motioning towards the bay of bridges, like it wants something there.
I walk towards the bay.
And I think y'all are able to pick up Genevieve and help her get towards the bay.
Genevieve, you know what? Genevieve, I will grab Genevieve with my 2 extra arms, put her on my back, and just boom. We can just get through it, and I'll just hold her, and I'll literally be in front of the wind so it hits me instead of Genevieve.
Amazing.
Yeah. Extra arms, baby!
thank you, Bon.
You owe me for this!
Yeah, and about 30 minutes later, y'all make it down to the docks. There are some boat captains out right now. They're all kind of taking shelter under an underhang. And they're kind of talking to each other. They're drinking some hot sake. And in the distance, you can see the sky is starting to lighten a little bit. And you can see in the very far distance, there's this kind of black dot on the horizon. And yeah, there's a man among these captains wearing kind of a public rescue service outfit. Like, he's got the pin of the guild, kind of talking to the captains. And you notice that there's no members of the public rescue service around right now, but one boat is pulling back in as you arrive.
So no one's under the underpass?
There's a few captains and someone in a public rescue service outfit under the underpass. Hippodamo, you would recognize this person as Agostos, son of Felicita. And he organizes things, right? Like, his whole thing is, like, he calls people in for missions, and he's kind of, like, talking and laughing with some of the captains right now.
Yeah, I'll wander over. What news? We just heard about the bay.
Sorry, I didn't call you here, Hippodamo. Sorry.
No, someone I was sheltering with was requested to come out. I went with him to make sure he got here safely.
I mean, that's great and all, but really, we didn't call you. I don't think you're really well suited for this task. You can just go home.
No? He said the entire rescue service had been called. 10 miles of bay just turned to stone. You don't want extra hands.
Look, and it kind of does, like, the buddy-buddy thing with you, like, look, Hippodamo, look, my job is to call people who are best suited for the job. And I called those who were best suited to making critical decisions in high-pressure situations. And it doesn't really seem to be your skill set, based off what I know about you.
Surely, then, you should not have been in charge of this operation. You're looking at one of the worst disasters I've ever seen this close to the heart of the city, and you would deny extra hands.
Look, I just don't want it getting mucked up any further.
I'll kind of come up behind at this point, too, and I'll just... Really? Seems rather irresponsible, don't you think?
My job is to organize the public rescue service.
Very well. If the public rescue service does not need me, I'm simply here with a friend.
Very well. We got some sake here if you want some, though. I'm sorry you troubled yourself to come out.
I'm sure you are. In fact, I mean to make sure of it.
Arlo, let me see that list of people we're looking for. These idiots are useless. The Rescue Corps Guild is useless.
I'll hand the list to Bon, and we don't need the rescue service, but I do need a boat, and I've got 20 tron, and I'll put down the bag of coin.
Like, boat captain, like, looks over, he's this kind of, like, grizzled, like, Grecian man who's clearly been driving gondola his entire life because he's just ripped. I'll do 20 tron. And he points to, like, a little, like, gondolier dinghy with, like a small cabin on it. You get in the cabin, I stay outside. Very comfy ride for all of you. I can get us through this. Strong arms. And, like, there's, like, a little bicep flaps. And, like, this dude's ripped as shit.
20 tron is 20 tron. There's a good man. And I'll slide him the coin.
Can I see that list?
Yeah.
Yeah, I handed it to you.
Okay, cool. I didn't hear.
Yeah,
okay,
so...
yeah.
The list, it lists the name of a ship. The ship is the Wind Drinker. This seems to be a list of clerical employees. This is, I believe, second cast. The only name that really kind of jumps out to you, this is a first cast name. It's Turvan Losana Kalam Lishanzir. He is from a weaver family, but himself is not a weaver from what you recall. He's definitely doing high-level clerical stuff.
Out of place. I'll fold up the thing and give it back to Arlo. I recognize names, clerics mostly.
Right. Anyone that seems particularly high priority?
Turvan Losana Kalim Lisan Shzir. High rank from a first cast, high family. Probably led the expedition or was the reason for the expedition in the first place.
High enough to require a higher reward.
Indeed.
Yeah, but you kind of all hop into this dude's little dinghy. Y'all get really, really cozy in that cramped cabin. It's like shoulder to shoulder to shoulder to shoulder. And the captain starts rowing. And he rows against this fucking storm like a beast.
And I should say, Hippodamo has been fucking white-knuckling their halberd since that conversation.
As we're cramped up in this spot, I'll just kind of, give Hippodamo a slight nudge. And I'll just be like, he didn't know what he was missing. Short-sighted for sir.
Yes, he did. In my prime, I would have cracked his skull open there for suggesting such a thing. Now I am reduced to walking away with my tail between my legs. It's about doing the right thing. I'm right, he is not. This time.
While this is going on and while we're moving, I want to lift the cloak, check the braids, see if it's like still like reaching in that same direction before like following the direction it's reaching.
The end of it's almost like unraveled like a hand, and it's like kind of reaching that way.
Okay, we're still on the correct trail. Excellent.
You see more and more ships coming back from the incursion. They're all very sandy. Like you can see, like there's like sand piled on the decks.
What color is it?
It's a gray sand. It's like starting to hit dawn now, and you can see that little black speck as you get closer becomes taller and taller, almost in like a straight line, maybe like 60 feet up. And
like a pillar.
You'd think a pillar. The closer you get, you realize it's like the head and neck of this massive serpent, just frozen stone-like.
Wow.
Don't like the look of that.
They did say stone. That is stone.
Is this what the braid seems to be like pointed towards?
It's definitely reaching, and even a little bit stronger now. The ocean changes from kind of like this deep blue into like just black, a perfect circle on the horizon with this spire just jutting up in the middle of it. The closer and closer you get, you realize this is like maybe like 100 feet of climbing to get to the top of this now petrified serpent. All the ground is this kind of glassy obsidian, but you can see kind of like sails and masts, like some are like partially sunk in there. You see little dots kind of on the surface, and these are adventurers, people from the Public Rescue Service who have come out to do rescue. Some people are like trying to dig through the surface, throwing down tools in frustration, and eventually, as your boat kind of like pulls up to the edge of this incursion, just like with a little, as the mast goes like to the boundary of this incursion, all of the water on it immediately turns to sand, to dust.
I'll exit the boat, and I'm going to go up to the bottom of the pillar.
So the bottom of the pillar is about 10 miles in.
Oh, that's interesting.
We gotta trek to it.
Yeah, we got a long way to go.
Let's move then.
As Phee gets out of the boat, as a Kipsalian, I would probably know a thing or two about rock and about how to get through rock. Can I do some sort of check to see, like, what would I know about this material, if anything? Like, would I know how to get through it or how to break it? Or is it really, like, just fucking impenetrable?
This is like no stone you've ever seen. It is kind of this black stone with this oily surface. It looks like obsidian at first. Just something about it is uneasy. It's like it's been pulled from somewhere else and brought here. Pulled from someone's idea of what it means to be stone.
Interesting. Is the whole, like, path leading up to this pillar, it's basically just stone ocean, right?
Yeah, and actually when you walk onto this stone ocean, all of the rain from the storm just stops, and dust and silt and sand is now slowly falling from the sky as if it were rain.
Interesting. Can I kneel down, and I'm going to put a hand on the ground, and I am going to attempt to mold earth.
What does mold earth do?
It's a cantrip. Let me pull it up real quick.
So you can mess with like a 5-foot square of
yeah,
earth
it's like
in various
basically
ways.
I can just like move a 5-foot plane, like a 5-foot area of earth. I'm not trying to do anything like mechanically with it. I'm just trying to see if it works for now.
Mold earth doesn't work on liquid.
Interesting. Do I have enough feedback from it that it responds like liquid?
No, it's not even that. It's that, like, when you put your hand to the ground and there's this little feeling in the back of the head, like the earth has lied to you.
Okay. I will try shape water.
Yeah, didn't think of that, did you, Clark?
What element am I gonna use next?
Shape
like,
fire?
And you feel like you put your hand down again, right? And you're like, Earth? No, maybe water. And you put down, it's like the ground has lied to you again.
Ooh. It's a secret fifth element.
And I want to say, like, at the boundary of the incursion, when, like, the water of the ocean kind of, like, gets ready to, like, kind of lap up as waves, the moment it hits the boundary, it, like, all the water that goes over just flops onto the ground as sand.
While all the nerds are trying to figure this stuff out, Bond has already begun walking towards the snake. Bond will try one thing, though. Before walking in, he'll take one of his empty kombucha bottles, fill it with water, and just see what happens to the water when he walks in with it in a container.
Immediately turns into
like
sand.
He needs to see if like his water skin like turns into sand too. But okay, so like any water turns into sand.
Any water or liquid brought over turned into sand.
Gotcha.
Wait a minute.
So our water skins are like rock hard right now, then, or sand hard, I guess.
Bond, your kombucha.
I know all my kombucha has turned into sand.
All of your kombucha has turned into sand. That is correct.
If I like take some of the sand and like lick it.
Do not lick this, Arlo Rainborn. Do not lick this, Arlo Rainborn.
You lick the sand, all of the moisture in your mouth turns into earth.
All your saliva is sand. Your mouth would be so dry.
I attempt to spit it out and I just make it worse.
When you spit it out, the spit turns into sand. To like clean out your mouth, you'd have to stick your head in the ocean and then spit all of that out.
Phee is going to take out some pieces of like ripped cloth just that they have in their bag and really quickly fashion face masks for everyone and hand them out so that we don't breathe this shit in and then fucking get our lungs filled with goddamn sand.
Oh my god, we have matching face masks now. We're really a team.
They all have like little cat things on them or like little designs.
Mine has tiger stripes on it.
You got it, buddy. They can have as many tiger stripes as you want.
No, but I'll fix this around my head, kind of tighten up my hat a little bit. Are we going to get going?
Let's go.
If water is turning to sand, and this is a 10-mile trek, we're doing this with no water then.
Yes. It's called discipline. Never try it. Come on.
All right.
Should have hydrated with kombucha, but no one else wants to drink kombucha.
Isn't that a diuretic?
Bless you.
It is a diuretic.
Continues walking.
Bond just pulls out a vape. Fuck you. Walks.
Watch, I can do cool vape trick.
This place is like, serpent there, go there. Like the Wojak pose.
But yeah, I'll actually before start walking, I'll like check the braid again. I'm not like making a bother to hide it either. Like I'm just like very clearly checking a rope that seems to be
the rope is like
moving towards a place.
It's pointing towards the center of this incursion.
So we are headed in the right direction.
There sort of is only one direction, but
They should call a band that. That'd be a good band name.
That would be a good band name.
One Direction. Alright.
So, Clark, I have a question.
One Direction does not exist in this universe.
It will.
No, that's why it would be a good band name, Clark. We can corner the market.
Sorry, that was your question, right, Zelda? That was your question?
No, that was not my question. I have an actual question about the current problem here.
Okay, yeah.
Are we walking on flat stone, or is it like the waves instantly became stone, and so we're walking over these frozen waves?
Oh, it's frozen waves, dog. It's frozen waves all the way.
Okay.
Easy peasy. We got a goat. We'll be fine.
Basically sand dunes.
This is easy terrain. Easy terrain for Hippodamo.
Has the wind died down?
Yes, it is completely dead.
Okay. Then yeah, Genevieve is like, she climbs the first wave, looks out over the waves in the ocean, which I'm assuming were like very tall waves, correct?
It was a storm, so I assume,
yeah.
And she just glides from the tip of one wave to like close to the tip of the next wave.
Yeah. Yeah, that's totally fine.
On
Yeah,
that Legend of Zelda paraglider.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she just like looks out and then just like spreads her wings and jumps and glides to the next one. And then like waits at the top for everyone to climb it.
Yeah, and so you wouldn't like to do anything but between now and getting to the middle spire. You see there's like members of the public rescue service around. Some of them are having better luck breaking into this quote-unquote stone than others. But it definitely seems like force is not helping.
While I am waiting at the top of one of the waves for the party to catch up, I would like to produce my knife and try and take like a little tip of the wave off with it. Just like trying to carve it off.
What material is your knife made out of?
Just a regular old metal. It ain't a magic knife or anything.
Knife material.
Knife material.
Tin, yeah. Great knife material.
And your intention is just to scrape the top?
Yeah, like...
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Just trying to, like, find... Okay. Yeah, like, I find a little tip and I'm trying to, like, get a shaving and it's not working, so I just, like, shrug, put it away.
What are you doing? What are you stabbing the ground?
I am trying to get a sample. This is an interesting stone.
That little dinky knife?
Yes.
You see these rescue people trying to break through with hammer, and you try to break with dinky knife?
Look, I figured it couldn't hurt to give it a shot. I figured that I had a good position here.
If you want sample, go to people that are breaking it right now and just steal rubble.
Bond's gonna walk over to one of like the rescue sites where they're breaking the glass and pick up a piece of the broken glass and just hands it to Genevieve.
Yeah, so like as you pick up the broken glass, like someone's like, "Whoa, hang on! I was gonna keep that glass. Excuse me."
This specific piece of glass, when there's tons of other pieces of glass, you want this specific piece of glass?
Look, that's the only thing we've been able to break off so far.
You broke one off, you'll break more. Fuck off. And I'm gonna start walking towards Genevieve.
Yeah, and they go,
fuck off. You have more important things to worry about than a piece of fucking rubble. What are you rescue people doing? You yell at people trying to help, and you yell at people doing that. Stupid.
They look kind of like, oh. And then they walk off back to their group of people, and they just like kick the ground, and then like a piece of glass comes off, doing, oh hey!
You see, you fucking complain.
Can Phee grab the piece of glass that came out of the ground the second time?
Yeah, fuck these guys. They were mean to Hippodamo once, and I'm never gonna forget it.
They're like trying to pick up the glass, and you just walk over Phee, just
yeah, middle finger, walk away.
And they all look at you like, what the fuck?
I look at Phee, slightly impressed. Nice.
Yeah, and like you hear a voice like from that group of rescuers go, "Oi, Hippodamo, what's the mood? Why are you and your friends being jerks?"
Ask your captain!
I met this person this morning. I have no idea what he's doing.
You want to figure out they're not using it. Here, take this and do whatever magic shit you do.
Genevieve is going to take the chunk that Bon handed her after, like, looking it over. She's going to set it on the ground, and then she's going to cast Shocking Grasp on it to see if it can conducts electricity.
Yeah, it seems like shocking guts, and it seems to be crackling with electricity.
So it's conductive with magic, difficult to break, has properties like water, but feels more like stone. Odd. I'm not sure if I like this rock or not. And she'll pick it up and, like, put it in a pouch on her, like, belt pouch.
Yeah, and as...
I take 2d8 lightning damage and die.
It seems just to be crackling with, like, potential energy.
With my piece of this glass, here's what I want to do. This thing isn't rock, and it's not water. And I feel like if I was to put this to heat and it was water, it would boil. If it was earth, it would melt. So what I want to do is I want to try to like focus all my heat into my head and put this thing over my head and try to heat it up.
Ooh. It gets warmer.
Does it glow?
No.
Do I get a sense of like how much energy it is absorbing? Like, does it feel like it's absorbing a lot of energy and is like not really heating up that much, or like not really absorbing anything?
A lot of energy. It has absorbed a bunch of energy.
Got it. How hot is it when I like pull it out? Is it still cool to the touch, or is it like hot?
It's really hot. Like if you were into you would drop this.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep holding it then. I'm not gonna give it to someone else because that would be mean.
Here, you guys can have this back.
And as you get closer to this like central pillar, this serpent, you can see the head is like this eel, like really long, narrow, and it's like open as if it's like screaming in pain or in triumph, but it is completely petrified. Still, the stone seems to kind of almost like expand and contract as if this thing is breathing, but it's not moving. Little kind of spigots of like black ichor are like spouting out the side, just in the little spots. This like oily black liquid that's like it's got this pearlescent surface, and this thing is maybe 100 feet up in the air, but its mouth is open. Arlo, you get the sense that what you are looking for is in the mouth of this beast.
I think it's inside the mouth. I mean, the only orifice that... Why did I say orifice? That's the worst possible word for that.
I mean, it is an accurate word.
Well, onward then.
All right, team, how are we getting up this petrified serpent?
Bon, do you think you could throw me?
You know what? Let me try something. I'm gonna try and climb it, just like 10 feet, just to get a feel of how easy it is to climb.
It's slippery and glass-like. You can feel parts where oil kind of causes you to lose your grip.
Are there ledges at all, Clark?
There are some spots where it's like, oh, there's a little protrusion that you might be able to stand on.
How tall is this thing?
To it, basically.
It's 100 feet, Clark said.
But how far up is the mouth? I don't need to get all the way to the top.
True.
I just need to get to the mouth.
Yeah, so the mouth is about, just be 60 feet up. It's a big-ass mouth.
Okay, so I can almost get there just with my rope. And I also have the braid as well. So could I get up there?
How long is the braid?
I assume it's like a whip, so 10 feet? Because I have a 50-foot hempen rope, and then I can just tie the braid to the end of that to make a 60-foot rope.
We can also, I have a crossbow. We can like hook one of the ends to the rope to the crossbow and like try to shoot it up there to get it up there.
We're gonna do a crossbow rope shooty thing.
I think that's the move. We shoot the crossbow. We try to belay up there, basically, kind of rappel up there.
What's the intention with like the bolt of the crossbow? Are you like gonna like hook it onto something?
Yeah, I don't think this thing is gonna like make a dent in this and like stick in like that. I think like the goal. This thing has teeth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot it in between the teeth. The arrow will get caught in between the teeth and we'll be able to climb up.
Ooh, you're right. Could you do like a specialty arrow, maybe? Do you have like a specialty arrow that you could like fashion or something like that?
I could probably fashion... I have spare like metal and pieces. I could probably fashion like something haphazard. Should I make a tinker tool check?
I think it just works.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, so I'll tie the rope at the end of your bolt, hand it over.
Yeah, just roll it.
Okay, that should do it. That's a 20.
Yeah. And you can't quite see where the hook latched onto something, but it seems stable.
I'll hold the base, since the braid basically has to be attached to me, so I'll go up last and I'll hold the base of it.
Yeah. What does it feel like to climb up the braid?
I imagine it probably feels oily to the touch.
Yeah.
Almost similar to the stone. So, like, for the first, 10 feet of this, the part that's attached to my hip, it's like this oily almost... It doesn't stick to your hands, but it feels like it's on your hands, the entire time, going up. And some magic-wielding people may feel a little, lightheaded touching it a little bit. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah. And I think you're all able to climb up. It's not a difficult climb with rope. You're all adventurers. And, when you make it to the top, you see that the hook hasn't actually latched onto anything. It's just kind of plunged into the ground as if it were soft.
Interesting.
Is it soft? Can I touch it?
You touch the ground, it's hard, impenetrable.
I try to pull the bolt out. Does it just come out or is it stuck?
Stuck.
What the fuck?
And we're in its, mouth right now, right?
Yeah, and, you can see, there's actually, little waterfalls of sand that, fall towards the back.
Are there any of that black ichor in this mouth? Or is it just coming out?
Yeah, there's some pools of, this black ichor, pulling up, almost where the cheeks would be.
I want to figure out, the only thing I see that is liquidy here is that. I want to figure out if there's any connection between that and the way that the grappling hook hooked in.
I don't think you have the information to make any sort of solid guesses about that relationship yet.
Okay.
I'm going to hand you one of my empty kombucha bottle and say, if you need to take another one of your samples, I'm not using them.
I will definitely take one. Thank you.
Yes.
And, you fill up the bottle with this kind of gross, oily ichor. Yeah. And
I checked the braid. Where's she pointing?
Below.
In?
Down.
Yeah, I'm going in.
If I, start heading back into the back of the mouth, does it eventually start going down? What?
Yeah. Yeah, it starts to slope downwards, and it's, I guess to the point where now it's, kind of like a stream of sand at your feet, and it just goes down.
Before we go down, very important, because you're untying your braid from the,
rope, yeah. So we just have a 50-foot rope, yeah.
Yeah, let's just make sure that we tie another rope to this so we can climb back out later.
Okay, yeah, so I'll untie the braid and then just tie the remaining 50-foot rope to, one of the teeth so we have a way to come back up.
I have rope, too, that I can offer if we need extra rope.
I take Arlo's rope and quickly do a knot with like all four of my hands. He's really good at it, as you can tell. Like he clearly has experience like knotting and like weaving stuff. Boy Scouts are like, damn.
So y'all have so you've tied a rope off at the front of the mouth just so you can climb down again. That's
No. So we can climb back up.
Oh, okay. So yeah, okay, yeah. So you have a rope tied down. But there is a stream of sand going down this thing's gullet, for lack of a better word. And basically it turns at a certain point to like a straight drop. And you can see at the bottom, about 40 feet down, there's just like a pool of sand, like a concave pool of sand.
Not to question wizards in their own work, but this is by far the worst thing I've ever done. And I have done a few.
Yes, this sucks.
This is bad.
And we're certain this is the way forward.
Not a huge fan, but something's telling me we got to go this way.
I am not certain, but the parade is certain. I do not question it.
Lead on.
Would you like me to cast a spell to try and identify what sort of magic is at work here?
Somehow I thought that incursion magic would have been known in wizard schools.
I mean, it is, but, like, we can try and discern, more specifics beyond incursion magic. Right, Clark?
Editor's note. Hey, TJ here from the future. So, in the original session, we proceeded to have a several-minute-long discussion on the Identify spell. But you don't need to hear that. That's uninteresting, right? And so I'm just going to grab you and throw you forward in time so you can hear what happens after, which is pretty interesting. So, bye. See you in the future, past, whatever. Away!
Here's what I want to say about, so that way this doesn't happen every fucking time we go to an incursion, right? Incursions are fucking weird and fucked up. That's not necessarily like what we'd identify as a school of magic. If you go to the Fey realm, you're like, what kind of magic is this? I don't know, it's the fucking Fey realm,
Alright.
Or if you go to it's clearly fucking some fucked up magic shit, right? You as a person know this is some fucked up magic shit, right? And any theory you have as a player about the school of magic ultimately is not really gonna tell you much about the nature of the incursion. Because the incursions inherently break the fundamental rules of our reality. If there's a creature, I would be happy to tell you what exactly is happening there. But if you cast it on the world of Weave, it's Weave is a very, very powerful magical spell. Everyone knows that. It's got a little bit of everything in it.
Okay, great.
Alrighty, so y'all descend down kind of the gullet and eventually find yourself at this concave pool of sand. You can see large boulders, and I'm assuming someone's got a light source.
Yeah. I have torches.
I have dark vision.
My hair. My fucking hair.
Oh yeah, your hair. Yeah, you have the fire hair.
It's a neat trick to get around dark vision.
Yeah, and you see bits of rope kind of scattered about. And Arlo, the back of your head, you feel almost like a hand kind of touching the back of your head. And you get the sense that this floor of sand is lying to you.
That's been pretty consistently the case, yeah. So we're at the bottom of this pit, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We're standing on top of the sand that is a lie.
Mm-hmm.
The sand is obviously solid enough that I can stand on it. But if I were to start kind of wiggling my toes into the sand and kind of digging just lightly, does the sand go deeper?
Yeah, the sand goes deeper, yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps maybe instead of touching the sand, the thing that saps moisture and turns our moisture into more sand, we have a spell for this, and I'll conjure my mage hand.
Yeah, Genevieve's impressionist mage hand kind of goes just kind of arises out of nothingness. What would you like to do with your mage hand?
I'd like to sift through the sand a little bit.
Goes right through.
Like the sand isn't there?
Yep. There's no sand to sift through.
Okay. Then I believe that there's no sand. There's just a part of me that I don't know. I have this weird feeling that the sand is a lie, so the sand is a lie.
As you say that, it actually becomes heavier as you're starting to dig through it.
Huh. It's simply an illusion. And Genevieve will walk up to it and put a foot in it.
Mages.
I'm not worried about the sand right now. Is anyone here? Hello?
Hippodamo, you fall through the sand. And you fall down this waterfall of sand. You pass by this kind of like web of ship's ropes and like rigging as you land in a pit of sand.
It's an illusion.
Yes.
And then you like look up, Hippodamo. You see like just like a little bouncing little light. The light turns around and you see this like pale albino man, but it's got like the face of an anglerfish with like these really nasty looking teeth sticking up. His body's like covered in dust and it's like got this pearlescent ichor also all over it.
And then almost seeming to look through you, you can see 5 more appear behind it.
It goes,
What the fuck?
All right, roll initiative.
You've been listening to Fictioneers Presents Weave. This episode, From Water to Dust, featured performances by Diego Camanguian as Bon, Julia Pisello Duga as Hippodamo, Marq Schuling as Arlo, TJ Martin as Phee, Zelda Migneron as Genevieve, and Clark Nichols as our loving and benevolent chef. This episode was produced by Zelda Migneron. It was edited, sound designed, and scored by TJ Martin, with additional music by Clark Nichols. Weave features art by Marq Schuling. The YouTube version was edited by Zelda Migneron, with art by Marq Schuling and Julia Pisello Duga. If you enjoyed this episode, leave us a like or a comment, and subscribe to get notified when future episodes release. Share us online and rate us on iTunes or Spotify. Follow us on Tumblr, Blue Sky, and TikTok at Fictioneers Podcast. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time on Weave.